refrigerator has died.
Oh, yeah. It's no fun at all.
No.
Yeah.
So now I get the fun task of selecting a refrigerator
Oh, boy.
and having it brought and cleaning out the old one.
Good time. You know, but it is kind of cathartic to clean out stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So, and you get a new fridge. I mean, yeah, it sucks you have to buy one, but you get a new fridge.
Yes, I do. I get a new fridge, which I've been wanting a new one,
There you go.
but it was one of those put it on the back burner because everything else is more important, like,
Yeah.
bills.
Yes.
Well,
Bills.
now I don't have a choice.
Yeah. Well, good for you. It is good news. That's good news.
I just wish I could find a package that is, refrigerator, dishwasher, and a deep freezer.
Oh, that would be
That
nice.
would be nice. That would be a nice package to have.
That would
They
be a
don't
nice
do that. You have to buy the range and the dishwasher and the refrigerator.
All
I
the
don't
things.
need a new range. I just got one a couple of years ago
Crack me up.
because the other one died.
All right. It is Monday morning. I need to hear some real estate wins. This is the real estate talk show. Monday. What do we call it? MF Daily. Monday
Well,
through
I did
Friday.
get a call Friday about a lady wanting my help in figuring out what's going on with her reappraisal.
Excellent. There you
Yep,
go.
That's why I had to jump off because that call came in all of a sudden.
That's perfect. That's great. That means somebody's
And
seeing you as a
that might
resource.
be another listing.
I love it. That is fantastic. Good job.
Yep.
What do you got, Kev?
So my win this morning was to never believe what agents write in the MLS. That was
Okay.
my win.
That's a win. Please tell us more.
Okay, so went through a few expired listings this morning, and every now and then an agent would put we're still under the, listing contract, do
Right.
not call the seller, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Well, let me click on the history of the property, which I did, and it turned out that the property was listed last year and canceled today.
Ah,
Okay, but before it was withdrawn.
okay.
So apparently, the agent put in, the comment while it was in that withdrawn status.
Ah.
Now it's canceled.
Yes.
Meaning done, off.
Right.
So, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call this seller. All right, so I call the seller, have an appointment to meet with the seller at 4 p.m. today.
Excellent.
All right, and do not trust what agents write there. Go analyze, the listing. And another thing is, I also started calling agents whose listings have expired that I, either not able to get hold of the seller,
Mhm.
or I just call the agent regardless. And this morning called an agent who has a
Kimmel. Hi, Scotty.
bank-owned property. Okay, so and just talk to the agent. Would you connect me with the asset manager, and I'll pay you a 25% referral fee.
Love it.
So I don't know where it's going to go. The agent, of course, was like, I'm going to try to sell it myself, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. But at least we have the conversation. So that yet the next level of, of reach out that you can do, calling expired agents directly.
I love it. Good job. Good job. All right. Who else has a win? We got Corinne over here, Cheryl, Peril, Jamie, Stephanie, Sad Times. And then over here, I saw some people's names pop up. Scott Bean. Hi, Kimmel. Pietro. Hi there. So, good morning, everyone. Oh, here's more. Mersa. Oh, Kat, what up? So, what y'all got? Tell us more. What do you have that's a win? This is Real Estate MF. We celebrate wins and we talk real estate. So, what you got? Diane's got something.
I had a closing on Friday.
Woo!
Happy about that. And then I did an open house Saturday and Sunday on my new listing. and
Love it.
got Several leads.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it. I did an open house yesterday, and Monica, who's a new agent with me, or with the XP, she's not with me, but she's affiliated with me. She came and did the open house with me, and she's going to be a friggin' rock star when it all goes down. So we had only four come, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 come through, I think is what it was, but 2 of them are definite, like we nailed them. We nailed them. They're going to be our clients. One, I'm already sending information. They're not buying until like September, but still, it's good. And then one, we made friends with them and their mom's buying, and we're gonna help with that process. And she's selling in Tampa.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, it was
I know
great.
an agent down in Tampa if you need one.
Love it. And it was really great because the woman next door was having an open house, and we went next door to just see that house. And like, it's 400 square feet bigger, but ours pales in comparison. I mean, that one pales in comparison. Ours is
Yeah.
friggin' amazing. So that was really nice to see because she has hers house prior because it's bigger, but like ours is clean, updated, and got lots of upgrades. So it was good. It was good. I hope we will sell quickly. Let me see what this little dog is chewing on. Hold on. What do you got? Okay, you can have it. She is a tyrant. Linda is. So she is. She likes to find things and chew on them. So, but I love her. She cracks me up. All right, who else has a win? You had all weekend. Come on. I see some people on here. Let's hear some wins. Nothing. Crickets. Y'all are always crickets on Monday morning. Oh, here's Debbie. She's gonna have something. Where's Lori Bossy when we need her?
I did get my sales rep to agree to do my interview tomorrow.
Yes.
Yay!
That's a win. Good job.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Who else has a win? All right.
Debbie looks like she has one.
I know she's.
Okay, I have one.
We knew you would. We were like, "Where's Debbie? Where's Debbie? We need Debbie."
So I got my last rental rented out.
Yes.
Yay!
Awesome.
That is a win.
And I got a listing. She wasn't sure what she was gonna do. Because she's gone through a couple of realtors already, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna sell it, so don't worry. She's like, well, okay, well, I just want to do a listing agreement for like a month, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. That's wasting time.
Yeah. Good for you.
I'm like, look, I'll get it sold. Just have faith in me, and blah blah blah.
Love it.
But she finally got all the paperwork signed, and I got it listed this weekend.
Woo! That's a win.
Yeah.
Good job. Woo. If you've got a win, you can type it out and I'll share it with the world. We're sharing real estate wins to everyone this morning. Corinne Dever closed on a lease and expect them to be buyers next year. Woo! Working on a second lease to close. You go, girl. Good job. Good job.
Scheduled a first-time home buyer workshop.
Excellent. Love that so much.
It's a little ways away, but my lender's doing it with me,
Love it.
and we're doing it at a title company, so it's all scheduled.
That's fantastic. Hey, Regina. All right, who else has a win? Dating houses, what's up? We're celebrating wins. Tell us what's going on. What win did you have from the weekend? Y'all are good this morning. Good morning, good morning. Who's over here in the YouTube land? Let's see. They got some, I haven't figured out how to see who these people are yet. I'll have to figure that out somehow. But, all right, anybody else got a win? Okay. Actually, who said something about, I said something about my dog. Did somebody say something about Linda? Or is that just in my brain?
That's just you.
Okay, it's just my brain. It's a great brain. All right, I'm doing the open house. This woman comes bursting in the house. She looks like maybe she hasn't showered. Like, it's a Sunday. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the idea of what she looks like, So she looks like maybe she hasn't showered. Like, her hair's all unkempt. She's got a phone in her hand. She's wearing like a t-shirt and I'm not, hair unkempt. She's got on like terry cloth shorts, like short, and she's probably 60-ish. I'm just like kind of bursting into the house, and she says, and she's like frantically like moving through the house, and I'm like, hey, trying to make talk and all. So she's like, well, I like to open up all the cabinets and drawers and explore everything. And do you mind if I take video while I'm here? If I like the house? I'm like, no, I'm fine. So I'm trying to make conversation with her. She goes into the primary. I go into the primary, and I'm like, oh, you know, blah blah blah, and this and this, and she's like, I can't talk. I'm trying to focus. I'm like, okay. So I just linger a bit, and she's in the bathroom opening doors and drawers and cabinets, and so then she leaves, and I tell Monica, who's with me, I'm like, hey Monica, why don't you do some video while you're here, because nobody else is there. You're going to need it for content. So Monica starts doing video. I had gone up to the front of the house. Monica was in the back of the house with Linda, and Linda comes up to the front of the house where I am, and she's like, I feel like I'm being followed. And I was like, well, no, I was looking at the house because other people are going to come in, and I wanted to be aware of everything. So then I hear her go into the other bathroom, and she's opening drawers and stuff, and she's like, oh, that's nice. She's talking to herself. So then she comes back out, and she's like, she just like heads toward the door, like in a and she's like, I'll just come back with my realtor. And she laughs as she leaves the door, and I was like, and who's your realtor? She says a name. I was like, okay, I'll reach out to him. So, hey, Hilda. So I know what was going on. What do you guys, I want you to, this was a lesson. I thought this is a great topic for a couple things for your sellers and for you as agents. So give me your take on what, on what I told you. What pops up in your brain?
Lou, for one, that's one thought that came up. And my other thought was, this is so suspect.
Yes. She's a looky-loo, and it's suspect.
Mm-hmm. And I don't trust you.
Yes.
I just don't trust you.
Right. There are some trust things going on. Okay. Good stuff. What else? What can she find in cabinets and closets and drawers?
Drugs.
Meds. What'd y'all say?
Drugs.
Drugs. Meds. Yes. Right?
Valuables.
Valuables.
Yeah, leftover stuff. Even they may have missed.
Yes.
Well, was it an empty house?
No.
Or
People,
occupied?
people live there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you definitely can follow.
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely get involved. I know. I was like, girl, I'm not letting you run rampant on this house with my
Right.
sellers and her stuff and their stuff. And like, I know they have meds because he is on every med for his, he passed away, but he was on every med known to humans. So, what would you, one, as an agent, what should I have done, which I might have done, but what should I have done?
Before the open house?
Well, that's
Or
a
at
great
that
question.
time?
Yes, that's a great question. What should I have done before the open house?
Instructed your sellers.
Secured. I would have made sure all the medications were secured.
All medications are secured, and what else?
Like that. Personal items were secured.
I tell people anything that can fit in a purse or a pocket that could be of value.
I say firearms. Anything
Firearms.
that could hurt anybody else.
Yes.
I mean, every house I walk into has a knife block on the countertop, and I'm like, at least put it in a cabinet.
Yes. Because they can grab that knife and attack you.
Yep. I said, we can't trust anybody. I showed a house recently that had a bunch of guns sitting in the closet.
They're scared.
Like,
They're scared.
that is just, thankfully I was not worried about the person I was with, but.
But like there's a note though. We also, I feel, have a responsibility to other realtors.
Yeah,
I may
and
be
that's what
comfortable.
I say.
Right. I may be comfortable with you and with my client, hope to goodness. But you know, Kevin might be showing a house and he's just met these people and they could grab that gun or that knife or that whatever and
Right.
injure him. And so, yes, instruct your sellers, which I did. Granted, her husband passed just recently, so like it just slipped the brain, and I just reminded her when she came home to secure all these things.
The other thing after an open house and an occupied listing is to be sure they check the windows as soon as they get home.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to call her today and just say that. That's a great idea. I did check all the doors.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that's a great point. Hers we would have noticed hers open because she has blinds that they would have had to pull up the blind, open the thing. But I guess they could have just reached in and unlocked it. So
Yeah,
yeah. So as a checklist, as someone who's doing an open house, if you're a realtor doing an open house, these are things that you can remind the seller as the agent who's the listing agent, or if you're doing the open house for someone, just go ahead and say, you know what, I have checked all the windows and doors. Please, you do so as well. And then beforehand, secure everything. Secure everything of value. Everything.
make a little checklist and email it to them beforehand.
Yes.
And it's good to do before and after any showing, actually.
Yes, I love that. And we get slack and we don't even think about it, but gosh, what a great idea. Things to do after showings or open house. I love that, Diane. If anyone wants to help create that and share it with us all,
Before and after.
before
prep-
and after.
Just prepping for showings, basically, is the checklist.
Yes,
And then as part of that would be after the showing.
love that. All right, if anybody feels so inclined, or if we want to create a working document that we all that if somebody's good at that and wants to make a working document that we add to, that is not my skill set. We could put it on to AHA and work it out together, but that's a really good idea.
I'll look for mine. I think I have one, but I'll look.
Okay,
If not, we can make one together, you guys.
I love it.
Google Docs.
Yes, because turn the lights on, make sure the thermostat's at a good temperature, a moderate temperature. Make sure it's actually on. If you don't live there, make sure that if you have one from far away where you can turn the heat on or turn the air on, do that. Make sure the
Sure, it smells good. I went
Smells
into an
good.
open house the other day and I'm sure it was something from cooking, but it was awful.
yes, the house next door, the one that I went to see, that was awful compared to ours. It smelled bad, and I felt bad for that agent because it stank. So toilet seats down,
Yes.
dirty towels. I hate this when I walk into a bathroom and all you smell is soured clothing, like wet clothing that has dried that they haven't washed.
Yeah.
Take your towels and wash them, people, or your dirty clothes. Put them in a box. Do something. They stink. Because I'm not hanging out in that bathroom to check it out to see if I like it if it smells like ass. Just being straight up honest there, people.
Welcome, Alex.
Alex is like, what the heck have I walked into today?
Right?
But, and some people are smell deaf. Like they don't have smells. They don't get it. So maybe the way on that checklist, if you haven't washed your towels in 2 days, go ahead and wash them. Go ahead and take them off the towel rack and put them in the washing machine. Because some people reuse. I reuse towels, but like there's a limit,
Yeah.
So, yeah. What other things are like that to do? Fluff the pillows, arrange the blankets, make sure the dog bowls are away and the cat bowls are away and the litter box is clean. Not just scooped, but actually clean. Throw away the
Kids'
old
rooms cleaned up.
Kids' rooms picked up. Yes.
Kids' bathrooms clean.
Yes. And if it is your child's responsibility to clean the bathroom, I get it. Your teaching responsibility. You're also trying to sell your house.
Yeah. And you don't live in your house the same way you sell it.
So have them clean the bathroom and then go check on it. Or have your significant other, or have the other more responsible child, or your mama or your neighbor, or have somebody. Say, just go look at that bathroom. Make sure they didn't do something we don't want to see. Right? So, I did call their agent and left a message because I wanted to make sure that it was legit, that Linda actually does work with that agent. And if not, and I did text the other agent next door and said, hey, when Linda pops in, be careful. I think she's casing the place.
That's good.
So, it's just very interesting. I love the knife block point. That's a really good one.
Yeah. I mean, literally every house has it.
Yeah. And it would not be hard to grab one out and hurt somebody. Yeah.
Okay, for me, I have one small one that sits on the counter, and then I have a whole drawer of nothing but knives. My husband calls it my shark drawer.
There you go.
So you open it, you can grab one out and immediately. So yeah,
I would have to empty out if I ever sell my house.
Well, even if they pack, I mean, they're
Take a
supposed to be
dog.
packing up everything, so pack up
Yeah.
everything except for the two knives that you use and hide them under at least a napkin or something. Like, put a paper towel over them so if you open the drawer and you see
I
it.
mean, I don't even
Yeah.
care if they're in the drawer. I mean, I just don't want them out on the counter.
Right. Very good. Very good. Queen City Vegan, what up? So yeah, that was awesome. Like just to have that reminder. Linda could have come in there and heard us. She could have been on some sort of meds. Like I think she was on something because that girl was, and she was very abrasive. I walked into the house next door because I had wanted to see it. It was the end of the time we were doing our open houses back to back, and she was still there, and she looked like she was going to cut me. She looked at me like,
Oh,
why are you here? And I was like, hey, I was like, I haven't seen this house yet. Just want to see it. And she was like, I was like, okay, chill, Linda. It's okay. It's okay. So, she didn't like me, but I was also walked over there to protect that agent because I didn't know
Yeah.
what was going on with that agent, with that house. So open houses, don't do them alone. Also, my neighbor next door, that woman next door was alone. Do not be alone in an open house, people. One group came in. It was 5 people. It was 2 couples that are going to be buying and selling, or just buying. They all rent, and then their friend. So I, as one person, cannot necessarily handle and keep engaged with 5 adults. And then woe is me if someone else walks in, like Linda, while I'm with this group of 5. What am I going to do? Bring someone else. They can be at one part of the house, you can be at the other. It can be your child. It does not have to be a licensed person. They can sit on their machine in a house and play a thing. We also had,
My husband's gone to do several open houses with me,
yes,
me too.
it's very
or
smart.
even just random showings that I get occasionally. He's like, nope, you're not going by yourself.
You should not go by yourself. Even if you want all the money, don't go by yourself. Find somebody who can come sit in the house while they do their homework. Jaricia, do not forget your safety. Wow. Okay, tell us about this. Can you say all that out loud? Because it's beautiful.
Basically, I just put in here some little tips. Don't forget, it's about your safety when you go on these open houses. You know, try to make sure you don't go by yourself. If you're doing social media marketing, put on there plural. Don't leave it singular and say I.
The we.
Have an open house. Say we
Love it.
or us.
Love
My team. You know, something like that. And then I put in here. Don't make yourself a target. Don't go into the rooms first. Let them go into the room first, especially if you're by yourself.
Yes, never have them behind you is the key.
Right.
Yeah.
You always want to make sure you can see them and always have a plan for exit
Mm-hmm.
because, things can change in an instant, especially when you're by yourself as an agent, as a woman or man. But just always keep your safety,
Yeah, there was a big old he was like 6'3" and 200 something pounds up in Chicago, an agent. Now listen to this. This is terrifying. He is an agent up in like Chicago or somewhere. His wife was in the car as his safety for the day. Like just to make sure someone was there. Hey Jesse. Hey Mama. Redbird. And someone came in and he went down the stairs before the client. And the client clocked him over the head, knocked him out. They robbed the place. They left. The woman's just sitting in the car, no clue. So men are susceptible to injury as well. I was always told, keep yourself, your body between the exit and the people at all times. And here in the South, especially like in Texas, I consider South in this instance, a lot of traditional men want the woman to go first. And I'm like, oh, no, you're the guest. You go first. And I let them go first. And when they enter the bedroom, I stay at the entrance to the bedroom. Like, or
I
I'll
don't
go.
ever turn my back on somebody.
Yeah, even if you're walking backwards down the stairs. Like, just always be mindful. So,
always remember who went into the house. Like, if they came in with 2 people, if there's 2 guys, you're by yourself, make sure both of them 2 guys walk out.
right.
And always check the house before you leave, or if someone comes in and you don't know who's there, do like a walkthrough of the house, make sure there's nobody in the house still with you.
That's a brilliant, I don't do that, but that would be, I know who, God, I hope I do. But it's a really good point. Somebody could go hide in the closet and come get your seller.
Yeah, especially like if there's a group of people, like a bunch of people come in,
Mm-hmm.
you're by yourself, a bunch of people come in, make sure a bunch of people go out. Just do a walkthrough of the house to make sure that you are still alone or whatever, because,
Very smart.
just gotta be mindful.
Now, here's something else I wanted to talk about this thing. So I went next door. Her house was not as nice as ours, and every person that had been to her house first when they came to our house, so like at least 3 of the 5 said, "Wow, y'all are peppy, y'all are cheerful, very positive attitudes over here." And they were like, "It was not like that next door." Now I know the woman next door might have been having a hard day, but they were very perceptive of what we greeted them with in terms of energy. They were very, and even so. And here's the other piece I thought was really interesting. She had the nothing bundt cakes. You know what I'm talking about? The little cupcakes. She was giving away those. She was giving away water. She had all these beautiful flyers put out, and she had $100 giveaway just for coming to that open house. You could enter to get $100. And I asked her about it when I was over there. I was like, "So you're just giving $100?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Huh." And she said, "Well, that's the way I can get their contact information." And I said, "Oh, that's interesting. All I do is I just, while I'm having conversation, I'll say, 'What's your best number? I'm going to text you this right now.'" And they give me their information. And she was just like, "Oh." So my point is, you do not have, I don't do water. I don't do snacks. I had one little flyer, and I said, "If you'd like to look at that, I can either send it to you or you can take a picture." I don't need to give them all this. They can get all this online. I don't need to spend money on gazillion dollars of stuff. Even if it's $1 million marketing. This house is in the 600s. So it's not like it's a chintzy little house. It's a nice house, but I don't need to spend the money on all that. What I need to do is make a connection with these people. And I did. And I got the phone numbers of all of the ones except Linda. I didn't want her number. I got phone numbers and emails. I found out where 2 of them live.
Y'all
3 of
out
them live.
there, y'all don't require them to sign in to even come into the house?
In theory, we do, but a lot of people just, and that's what she said, "Well, they don't sign in, so I just do it this way, so they definitely sign in." I'm like, I am not giving up $100 to somebody come look at my house. Mm-mm.
No, that is, I thought we're supposed to, as far as like liability is concerned, you letting random people come in the house, you're not requiring them to sign in, you have no documentation that they signed in, so we have no idea who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if something goes down, you have no proof.
Yes.
So as the agent, I would expect them to sign in where you can't.
So, like, what happens if they say, "No, I'm not gonna," or if they just write Susie Jones, and it's a lie? Like,
I mean, to cover myself, it's about liability.
So when they walk in,
Whatever
you
put down there,
you walk
have
when they
to
walk
sign
in.
or they can't see.
Now,
Request.
I did see a beautiful open house one time. They had a pop-up tent set out in the front yard. And this was when it was like 30,000 people trying to get into one house. But they had a pop-up tent set out in the front yard, and you registered to sign in. You got their little tchotchkes, and then you got to go into the house in waves. Now, you could run every open house like that, even if there's nobody in the house. You could just have somebody sitting out front, like your lender, doing the sign-in sheet, doing some talking, and then you're inside. That's a brilliant setup idea. Or in their garage or whatever. Or just even on the front porch if you don't want to do all that. But they do an actual registration, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's a good point, liability and safety. I know during COVID, we made people sign in because we were like, if you have COVID, we want to know, or if we have COVID and we need to tell you because you've been in this house. So we did do that during COVID, but I haven't done it recently.
I mean, if you think about it, if you go look at an apartment, or if you go test drive a car,
Right.
take a picture of your driver's license,
Yeah, good point.
or they take your driver's license until you get back.
Right.
So they should be okay with it. They should be expecting it. And
Right.
2, I don't let them write anything. Mine is digital.
Yeah, I don't like them writing anything either.
Sign in, and it's gonna go straight to my CRM at that.
Yes.
I have a sign on the front door that says, "Come on in," and it says, "My sellers require that everyone who walks in provides
Registers.
something, whatever it is." I forget what the
I
words
love
are,
that.
something like that, but it's on the front door.
I love that. Seller registration required. Love it.
Yeah.
To view. Registration required to view or something like that. I love that. It's a great idea. So, if you're not doing open houses, sorry to waste your time today, but really it wasn't because
It should be.
you should be. You should be doing open houses, but you should be just thinking about these things, just being safe. Also, one thing we didn't mention, especially for the women, but also the men, where are you putting your purse and your keys? I leave my keys on my body. I leave my phone on my body, and I hide my purse somewhere in the house. I don't leave it in my car.
I keep my purse hidden in my truck, and I just grab my fob and my phone. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And my truck is always where I can get out really quickly if I need to.
Yep, park
But
so
I'm
you
not
can-
afraid to run somebody over.
Park so
either,
you can drive out. Don't, park like back into the wherever so that you can drive straight out. So that if you need to run, you got
Wear
it.
pockets.
And don't wear dresses. Mm-mm.
I don't
Don't
mind
wear
wearing dresses,
dangly
but you have to have a
jewelry.
pocket.
Dresses what?
I said, I don't mind wearing dresses, but you have to have a pocket.
I don't wear dresses, and this is just because of sexual assault. It's easier to assault someone who is wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Ah.
So on that fun note, go have a great day.
Right.
So, anywho, go have a beautiful day. Go do something productive. You can. What was that quote? Oh, I'll put it in AHA. There was a really good quote I saw this morning that wanted to share with y'all, but I can't pull it up or I'll cut these people off. So, I'll put it over in AHA. So, all right. Thanks for being here. Y'all are the best.
You.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, friends. Good to see you. We'll see you tomorrow.